Hey, what's up everybody? Michael the Fish Keeper here with a new video for y'all. So today's video is just basically fixing up something that I put a band-aid on for the time being, and now that I got the parts that I need and everything else, we're gonna go ahead, rip that band-aid off and set this up the way that it's supposed to be set up. So let me go ahead and explain to you exactly what we're doing. So what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna actually fix the outtakes going into the sump. So what happened was, once I got the sump set up, got the plumbing and everything going, I realized that the PVCs aren't lining up with the actual, let me go over here. So these two are the outtakes right here, right? They actually don't line up with these. This one will, this one is kind of tricky. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go ahead, cut this off right here, and this one we're gonna cut off a little bit back over here, and then we're going to, in fact, let's go ahead and just do this. We're gonna take these off here, and I already put one of the pieces on for demonstration, and so let me show you what we're about to do. So this is what the piece looks like when it's complete. This is a 1.5 inch, I guess you want to say, type of bulkhead. I forget the exact name for this piece. But the plumbing that we're doing for the overflows is 1 inch. So what I did was, I put a coupling in here that's 1.5 inch to 1 inch PVC, right? But we're not going to do the hard plumbing. We're not going to use straight up PVC, but we'll get to that in a moment. So what will happen is we're going to be using flex tubing, right? This will go inside of here like this, and then we just attach the flex tubing to this part to the overflow, okay? But I'll show you what we're gonna go ahead and do from scratch with this other one. So this one goes on there, this just screws in there with the blue plate between there, and etc. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take the coupling, double check, make sure it's the right one. It is. And then, let me grab a napkin. Even though I don't care if it gets on the table, but at the same time, I really don't want to make a mess out of everything. And so, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna glue this in. Grab this, all right? Just gonna do a little bit here, like so. All right, put this off to the side because we will need it again. Just go like this, go like that. Then just gonna push this in here like so, and voila, that's all we need to do for that. And now let's get to the next step. So I went ahead and unplugged the sump, that way all the water gets pushed through and everything. As you can tell, this comes at like a little bit of an angle, and so there shouldn't be much water left in there, but I'm not worried about it if some water is left. So if you do something like this, when you go to cut the plumbing, just be aware there still might be water lingering. And so what we're gonna do is, it might be, it might take a couple cuts just so we can line it up perfectly, but we're gonna go ahead and cut this off. soon as I glue this one on, I gotta run up to Home Depot and get one more. So this is just basically 1" to a 1" connector. So now what we gotta do is, we got to go ahead and glue it in. So we're gonna go ahead and go like this. Gonna go like that. Get that ready. Open this one up. Back up, I should say. Put the glue or the cement, however you want to call it. Then push it right there. Wipe off the excess. And bam! So now I gotta glue this part on, and once I glue this on, I will be right back. All right, now we got this piece glued on. Everything's fine. We got water dripping out a little bit, which is fine. And now I gotta run to Home Depot real quick and grab one more of the 1" connectors. I'll be back. Just got back from Home Depot. Just had to go get that piece right there. But in the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and glue one here, one of these, and one of these here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll have to come back to this one. But right now I gotta measure to cut this piece of tubing. So that way this tubing goes on here, just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and measure it. Okay, cut it off about right. So we're gonna cut it off about right here to fit right there. And so I will be right All right, back. Everybody. So my bad that I didn't record everything. Let's just say the flex tubing and everything else and get everything in position was a nightmare. But you know what I'm saying? Once you set your mind to something, you gotta make it happen, right? So let me go ahead and show y'all what I did and what I added, etc. And I'll talk you through it. So first things first, I added polyfill. That's just how I love to run my sumps. And over here, you'll see what I had to do. So you see how the tubing's coming down and everything, right? Going into the sump. Well, I cut the pieces really tight and I wasn't able to use this piece because these actually screw onto here. And then this bottom piece from this white piece of PVC down to this black piece, that's what goes below this. So it stays into place. Well, it was a tight fit. I couldn't make that happen. So I did what I could and it's working. That's all that matters. But it's working. The sump's not running, you know, like I wanted it to, but I can't complain one bit. I'm happy about it. And so I ordered the spigots and stuff, and then the flexible tubing. I got that from Bulk Resupply, if you guys are wondering. I believe they charge this by the foot. I don't remember. But that's where I got the pieces at. And so if you guys look back, the plumbing used to go into here. It's not no more, so I could put the lid on here. A lot more quieter, to be honest with you. But man, this is a beast of a sump. I already got to change the filter socks. I already got to change those. The owner of my local fish store gave me one to try out and see if it fits the sump, and if it does, obviously I'm gonna pay him for it and get obviously a few more from him, because me personally, once the filter socks are dirty, I like to throw them away. But yep, that is the sump. There's some of the plumbing, as you guys can see. I just hang this light right here just because at first I was thinking about growing plants in here, but I just left it there just so I have lighting down here when I need to get into here. And so that is it for that. Now, one more time, I do apologize to you guys for not recording everything, but it worked. Scraped up my knuckle a little bit, but it's up and running. That's the main focus, you know what I mean? It's not a band-aid anymore. And obviously the fish are happy now that the sump's running again. Still dealing with the phosphate, but so there's an issue with the phosphate and algae. But in a video coming out next week, you'll see how I'm gonna start taking control of all of this. So beforehand, I knew there was gonna be an algae problem. I kind of knew that there was going to be a phosphate problem just because my tap water has it in it. But I'm going to show you next week on how I take care of all that, so I don't want to say too much. So make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because now that I'm going to be more active on YouTube, I'm going to get more content out there as far as unboxing videos, whether it be fish or supplies, you know, local fish store tours and stuff like that. And who knows, I may be even flying out to the waterfront in Salt Lake City one day. Shout out to Lewis and the team, and say what's up to everybody. We'll see. All right, everybody, catch y'all later.